Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 9 to the Skies. And we're starting things off again today in the area that we got improved upon last time, and things have been going a little bit crazy. So with the lithium production, this has completely maxed out. With this straw I put one upgrade in it and this has now filled up, so I now have 49,000 lithium dust. But I have been crafting a few of the induction providers, so this has been used up quite a lot, but then it just backs up again, so I'm not going to upgrade that anymore. That can just sit as it is for now. And then I did say between episodes I would craft a few more of these things, and we now have 10 of each of these. So we've got the ultimate induction cells and the ultimate induction providers, got 10 of those each. So if we have a look at the stats of this now holds 16 tera Fe, which is absolutely ridiculous, and we have 200 Giga Fe in there, and you can't even see it on the scale. As far as the transfer goes, this will now do 524 million Fe per tick, which is absolutely mad. So it should do a fairly decent rate for keeping up with the SPS that we're going to build right here. So if we just have a look at why we're doing this, these are the three things I have remaining that I need to do for the All the Mods start. So in here, I've got everything in here done, or at least I've got the patterns for it anyway. What I don't have is the AntiMatter pellets, so that is what I want to get done today, because if we look at the Nexium emitter as well, we need to craft a gravitational modulator unit, and we need 3 AntiMatter pellets for that as well. We also need to craft 2 more ultimate induction providers, but we can do that, not a problem. And then we also have the Dragon Soul, which is a completely different thing altogether, so inactive Dragon Egg, I can do that, no problem. I've got some Draconic Evolution stuff to do, that could be challenging, but we'll get to that. And then the Empty Soul Gem, that's nice and easy, and I have already done this, but for some reason I can't find it, so it's disappeared, so I am going to need to do this again. But again, this is fairly simple, should have everything I need to do with this. So I am a little bit undecided what I'm going to do today. I'm either going to get on with the SPS and get that up and running with the small power production that I've got at the minute, or I can beef up the power with the turbine using the steam from the reactor, and then we can take that power into there and then get the SPS running as fast as we can. And I think that option does sound better to me. So last time, if you remember, I did craft an absolute ton of steel, but I didn't show I actually used it all in that episode. So crafting all the things I've got around here, so I've got the thermal evaporation plants, all the stuff for in here, and everything that's inside it as well, it just used up all my steel. So I did craft up some more, and I have used a little bit. I think I did 6,000, but I've on a few things that I've crafted, that's all gone as well. So what we need is the stuff for the turbine, and I am going to go crazy with this, and I think the design I've come up with, this reactor isn't going to keep up with it. So I've set up the patterns for it, and I think for the base I need 225, but then I'm going to need some more for on the edge as well. So if we do 300, because we use these for crafting the other things, so let's see, I think it's 300 steel. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem really, should it? So let's just grab that. We'll have all of those, and then what I want to do is put this whole base covered in them. So if I can just do that with a wand, that'd be very handy, wouldn't it? So I'll put that in my offhand, grab that, and if we just do this, does that work? Yes, nice. Okay, so and then in the corners we're going to need these to go up like that, and we are going to do the full height of 18 high. So just put those there, and should I build this up? Yeah, let's figure out where it's going. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Should be the same height as that. That's good to me. Right, and then we might as well just build the frame all the way around. Have I got enough? No, I haven't got enough. I've used most of those, so let's just do this. Those 300 didn't last long, did they? Or did I leave some in here? Right, there's a little bit in here. So definitely going to need to craft some more of these, but this thing is fairly simple. I have been playing around with it, and there are a lot of options, a lot of different ways you can do it. But one of the biggest considerations is what you do with the water that is pumped into here. What you can do is set up loads of vents on the outside, and they do help with the power production, but they also mean that you can take the water and pump it back into the reactor. But we don't need to do that because we've got the crazy setup over there where we can easily keep up with the water for that reactor. So anyway, let's just get this done. And I need more already, so let's just get another 100. That is going to be overkill, but we, as I say, we can use it for crafting as well. Have those. Right, there we go. So that is the whole of that done, and it does look pretty cool. What we need to do is in the middle, we need to put the blades. So let's have a look at this. So firstly, we need the turbine rotors, and we want 10 of these. That means we can have 20 blades on it. So grab these, and then again, this is steel. And while we're there, we might as well get one of these as well. This goes on top. And then we also need the blades. So we're going to craft 20 of these. And again, more steel. But if we just grab all of that, and the quests will start coming in now. So let's just find the middle of this. Where are we? Yeah, that's there. So if we grab the turbine rotor, and we just put 10 of these in the middle like this, and then on top of there we just put the rotational complex, and then from the bottom with the turbine blades we can just click on here and it'll just fill it up all the way to the top. Right, there we go. And then on top of there we need the coils, and the way you work out how many of these you need, you just take the number of turbine rotors that you've got and you just half it. So we have 10, so that means we just need 5 of these. So let's grab that. And then these just go directly on top of the rotational complex, and they do need to be touching each other. So just like that, more than good enough. Okay, so we are getting there. Now that, believe it or not, is really the most complicated bit. So we just need 2 vents in the side. Oh, sorry, 2 valves in the side. So grab 2 of these, and one of these is for the steam to come in, and one of them is for the power to come out. And they're just the exact same thing, don't need any setup. So if we just take that, and should we do one in the middle? So the steam is going to come out there, and I haven't really figured out a nice way of getting that over here, so it's probably just going to be a pipe coming straight across, and I don't know, I can build like a bridge or something over it. And then for the power, it doesn't matter because we're doing it wirelessly anyway, but we'll just put that on this side. And do I have the flux point? I might do, so I might as well just put that there, get it out of the way. You go there. We're then going to have structural glass going most of the way up, and that is going to come to this level here, I think. No, 1 level below. So where the blades are, they're going to have the glass coming up that far. And then on top of that, we're going to have the vents. And what that does is basically increases the amount of power that this thing can generate. And then another essential step is at the same level as the rotational complex, we need something called pressure dispersers, and that basically just caps off the whole thing so the steam can't get out of the bit where it's supposed to be. So if we just, I don't think I've done a recipe for this one, or have I? I have not. Okay, this could be a bit more challenging then. Right, so for these, we need 168, if I've done that right. Right, I think it's going to be worth setting up a pattern for this, so let's go do that. Right, so let's try this now. So we want a pressure disperser of you, and you can go in there wherever I put all the others. There they are. Can't believe I didn't do that. The saturating condenser I've discovered I don't actually need, because that's the stuff that turns the steam back into water so you can pipe it out, but I don't need to do that, so I can actually leave it all as just an air gap inside. So I think that is actually it. So let's grab, I'm pretty sure it's 168. So anyway, let's try that. And while that's doing its thing, we'll get over there. And I've renamed this to AntiMatter Island as well, because that is the whole point of this place. Are those done? There we go. Take those. And these go at the same level as where the rotational complex is. So grab this. And this just goes on the inside. So we're going to keep this on the inside of here like this. Just go all the way around, and then we can use the 1 to fill in the rest. And of course I've done one wrong. Like that. And then we might as well just do this now. Love the wand, definitely makes things so much easier. Did I do that right? I'm 3 over. Okay, my calculations suck, but never mind. Right, so at this point, what you would normally do, if you want to use this properly, is fill in the rest of this space all the way around these and right up to 1 below these blocks with saturating condensers. But we're just going to leave this as an air gap, we don't need that. But what we are going to do is fill in all the way around here with vents. So all the way from this level here, where these are, right up to the ceiling, and then all of the ceiling as well is all going to be covered in vents. And now I believe that is going to be quite expensive. If we just have a look at the recipe for this, it's 4 of the turbine casing, 10 into 2 of the vents. So yeah, it's going to get a bit pricey for the steel, but we also need to fill in all the sides with structural glass, and that is all steel as well. And I haven't worked out how much I need, but that is the only thing left to do now. So just need to craft 2 more things, get them all filled in, and then we can basically just pipe the steam into it and it'll work. So the other thing I've done as well is I've figured out how far I can push this reactor. So I've got it set up to do 600 millibuckets per tick now, and that is the highest I can do it before it starts taking damage and eventually blowing up. So if we just activate this, it goes up to 915 degrees, but as you can see, we're not taking any damage. And I have left this running for quite a while and it doesn't cause any problems. So this is still producing the plutonium pellets and the polonium pellets, but I don't have a way of piping these out at the minute. I just take them out manually. But the flow rate is coming in automatically, so we're still getting these. But I'm going to leave this off for now. And then all we need to do is take off this fluid trash can, which is where all the steam's going at the minute. And then pipe it over here. And we'll be done. So let's get the rest of this filled in. And then we can give it a go. Right, so getting somewhere now. I've got all the structural glass filled in around the edge. And this just goes up to one below the pressure dispersers. And then we've got the vents level with that. And these go all the way up to the top, just like we said. So we just need to fill in the top. And that should really be it. So we can, as I said, leave all this as airspace inside, which is what we're going to do. So I'll just stick these all the way across here, and I believe I should just be one over if I've worked this out right, which I hardly ever do. No, I've definitely got way more than I needed there. Don't know what happened with that. Anyway, right, so I just saw that we got the particles, so that means that has worked right, and that is a higher flow rate than I was expecting. I don't know what I've done there. Have I put more vents in than I thought? You know what, I'm not going to complain. But anyway, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with this flow rate anyway. I don't think this thing will provide enough steam for this. I suppose that's it now, isn't it? We should just get this wired up and we should be good. So we turn this on to the power generation one. And that means that anything that's generated in here will just get sent directly into this and start filling this thing up. So let's grab some pipes. Although it is steam, isn't it? So should that mean should it be a tube? I'm not 100% sure on this. Let's see what happens. Let's stick this on here and see what happens. So we'll put that on there. Right, it is connecting. Doesn't mean it's right though. So let's just activate this for a second. Yeah, that's going into there. So we've got that filled up very quickly, didn't it? Right, okay. This should be fun. So this is, I know this is going to look horrible, but don't worry about it. And I think it is going to have to be a pipe. I don't think there's going to be a better way of doing this. So just do that like that. And what's in there should just go straight into here. Yes, so you see that is generating already. So what we're doing, can you tell me how much you're generating? 30,000 FE per tick, just like that. So yeah, all right. Okay, I think, if I'm not 100% sure, but actually it should tell me now what this can generate, doesn't it? Yeah, so max output almost 44 million FE per tick. That is absolutely mad. Right. Okay, I want to get this started now. So all I need to do is turn on the reactor, and that's it. That'll start working. So let's do that. Steam is going into there. Now I don't know. Yeah, so I didn't think I'd be able to keep up with it, but you know what? That's not far off. I'm doing almost 12 million millibuckets per tick, and that is already filling up. So does that mean it's not transferring fast enough? Yeah. So I need to set this up to, like, I've done that wrong, isn't it? That's a flux point. I want a flux plug on there. What am I doing? Right, so that is full now, so that means this steam's going to be backing up in here, isn't it? So let's just turn that off a minute. Don't want anything to break. Okay, let's get a flux plug. Yeah, that's right. I crafted this one to go on the SPS, and I did put it there. Right, so I'm even going to change the network, so I know what I'm doing. Right, okay, need another flux plug. Right, so now, if I put this on here, change that to power generation. And set that a lot higher. Right, so I'll set this up to 50 million, which is more than this can do, because this can do 44 million FE per tick. I've done this at 50 million, and I've also done the same over here as well, so we don't have any bottlenecks. And I have just tried this, and it does work great. So if we turn this back on, that is pumping the steam into there, and that is producing 34 million. Oh yeah, sorry, that was the max one, wasn't it? So yeah, the max production is 44 if you can get enough steam into there, which this can't, unfortunately. But we are still producing 34 million FE per tick. So if we have a look in here, this should start actually coming in a lot faster. So is that doing it? Yeah, so that's outputting exactly as we expect, 34 million FE per tick. And that should start filling that up. But because of how crazy big this is, it's going to actually take a while before we can actually see it in there. But in the meantime, we can leave that running. And hopefully, I don't think the fissile fuel will keep up either way. This is such a crazy setup. Yeah, so the fissile fuel is actually going down, so may need to beef that up, but that setup over there is completely crazy. So this may be slight overkill, because I don't need tons of antimatter. I'm not going to start using this as my main power generation at any point, but I suppose if we just get the SPS set up, we can use it, can't we? It's coming in a lot faster now, so we can actually see it filling this thing up. Right, so now I suppose it's time for the SPS, isn't it? And I haven't shown this yet. So I've got an ultimate pressurized tube coming along here, and this just goes right to where the polonium is produced. So what I'm going to do is cut this one off here, obviously when there's nothing in it, and then we're just going to pipe this straight over here, and that'll go into the SPS. We've already got the power set up, and that'll go somewhere on there, so I'll just break that and have that back. So now we just need to craft the things we need for the SPS, and we can get that built on there, and we can start producing some antimatter. How's that doing? I want to see it get to 1 teraFE, that'd be great. Anyway, right, SPS, and I believe it tells you in the quest how many you need, and I think it's 60. Let's go to the mechanism advanced, and yeah, so building. So yeah, so subcritical phase shifter, you need 60 of the casings, 122 structural glass, and 3 of the SPS balls. But I'm going to use 4 of these, and I believe, yeah, so you need these for that. So let's just grab this, do this first. So SPS, let's get a stack of them, and then we can use the others for the pause, can't we? So let's grab that, and I should be able to do a stack of those, no problem. And the other thing was the structural glass. Oh, don't rain now, that's not what I want. Right, so I'll get 130 of these. I mean, you can use these for other things as well, so I might as well do that. Okay, so this is the shape of the SPS. So if we just put this in our offhand, where these sign blocks are on the edge, that's where this needs to go. And it is nice and simple, because once you've got one of them sorted, you can just copy it from the other ones. It should be nice and simple. So let's just do that like that. Right, so that's the SPS casings for the bottom. If we then take all this junk out of the middle, just my marker blocks, and then we can fill this in with structural glass, and it's just like that. So it's like a 3x3 in the middle, and then off the side as well. What we'll then do is repeat this pattern on each of the 4 sides. So we need to go up 5 high, and then do the same there, and then in the middle ones put another 3, and then 3 there as well, and then we'll basically just repeat this pattern all the way around. So do 1 there, 3 on the side, and then just so it's exactly the same as the base, just like that. And then we just do the same on the other sides, and then the same on the top as well, and then put the ports in. So I'll just get this finished off, and then we can get this thing set up. Right, so I've got that built now, and I've just got the red particles, so that means that has formed. But this won't work at the minute, because we have no way of getting the power into there, or getting the polonium in, or getting the antimatter out. So to do that, we need to craft some of the ports. So let's grab 4 of these. Hopefully I can do that. Oh, is that it? Right, so I need some more of these. Let's grab, what was it, 4 for each one, wasn't it? So let's get 12 of those. And then, right, yeah, so that's 4. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to put 1 there, and that's going to be for the polonium. And then in the middle, where we're going to put the coils, which we'll craft in a second as well, I'm going to put those opposite each other on this side like this. And then I need to decide where the antimatter is going to come out at. And we also need to process that a little bit. So where should we do it? It would have been nice if this was symmetrical, but I suppose I could do it at the back, but that's... Oh yeah, go on then. Let's do it at the back. Right, so I'll pull that there. Yeah, so shift right click on that, and that sets that to an output. And then what I also need to do is wire this tube up to here. But before we do that, I suppose we should do the coil, shouldn't we? So the one we need is this one here, the supercharged coil. And these are fairly expensive. Grab a couple of these. Right, so that's 2 of the lasers. And I want to craft these into these. And I should have enough to do all this. Yeah, so I've got 2 of supercharged coils there. And then all we do with these, we're going to need to get inside here now, is put those on the inside on these ports like that. And that should be everything we need to do. So I just need to put some power on the outside of here. So I'm going to need another flux point. So do that like that. That's power usage. I've got that set. Shouldn't really set that any higher than we're going to be generating, should I? So let's do 30 million. Yeah, so that's already filled up with power on that side. So we just need another one over there. Change that to power usage. And then set this to 30 million as well. Right. So that's filled up as well. So now if we just wire this up, and then we need to output the antimatter as well, don't we? So should we go do that straight into the chemical crystallizer? Just one of these things. And if we put, I suppose we could do it like there, but might as well do it like that. Right, so that'll take the antimatter straight into there, and then that'll turn that into antimatter pellets. So just put a gate on here, because this doesn't need anywhere near as much power. Oh, I've already got some. Alright, let's put that there. And that, and I don't need to pipe this out anyway, because I am not going to get tons of these things. So if we just wire this up now. Is this running? Did I turn it off? No, I did not. Alright, let's turn that off for a minute. So what I want to do is disconnect this pipe, but it'll still have polonium in it, because I forgot to empty this out. I can't break this, because then we'll just get radiation, and that would be really bad, considering I've got this far, and all this dangerous stuff, and not broken anything. So I'll leave this to drain out, and then we can get this connected up, and I suppose get it running. I think that is literally all I need to do now. Probably sort out this ugly mess, but other than that, we're good. Actually, I don't need to let it drain before I just wire this up, do I? It just means that it'll still be going into there as well, but I can live with that. So if we just do that, yeah, there we go. So that is already going crazy because I'm producing quite a lot of power, and we should be getting some antimatter coming out of there now. Yeah, so we've got a little bit. As you can see, it's not very fast, but if you have a look at how quick this bar's going up, this is a crazy amount. 0.075. I'm alright with that. This animation is so cool as well. I love this thing. This is like draining a little bit, but this is full, so I can't really argue with that. That is still producing. Is it? It might have filled up now. Yeah, it fills up a lot, and this is going fairly quickly. I know you can get beefier setups than this if you can transfer more power. So how's the power doing over here then? I suppose I could up it a bit, although it is going down. Is it going down? Yeah, it's going down a little bit. I suppose that's because that's not on either, is it? Right, let's get this running, because I'm basically just working off the buffer at the minute. So how's that doing? So that is going up now. So I can set this to the same, or I could do it slightly higher. Let's go 40. And yeah, they already said 50, so that'll do it at 40. Do that at 40 as well. Right, so have we got anything? We have 180 millibuckets of antimatter, and this is going crazy fast, but it just looks really slow. So we need to wait for this to get to 1,000, and we will get one antimatter pellet out of this. So yeah, it's going to take a while, but I think I'm just going to stay around here, babysit it for a little bit, and get as many pellets as I can bother to, and then we can do a little bit of crafting and get a little bit closer to the AllMod star. Right, exciting times. I think we're about there. What are we on? 9. There we go. So our first one is coming in now. This is great. So I've been tweaking the power a little bit, because I was sending like 80 million FE per tick into here, which was fine, but it wasn't really speeding up. And the problem was that the polonium wasn't keeping up as fast. So at the minute, that is going up. So I could probably tweak it a little bit, but I've got it down to 22 million at the minute. So if we leave that, put that up to 24, what's that doing? That stayed exactly the same. No way have I got that exactly right. That can't be right. Is this still on? It is. Right, I don't know what's going on there, but that is staying exactly the same. So maybe 24 million is the sweet spot. Okay. Right, so first antimatter pellet is done. So let's take that. And I believe in the quest we get some more antimatter doing this. So I'll get another 3, really. Alright, so I've got 4, just like that. Brilliant. So next one will start coming in. But with this, I could probably do a little bit of crafting, couldn't I? So which one was it? I can't remember now. I can't craft this yet because I haven't done enough of create to do the mechanical arm, but I believe I should be able to do the improbable probability device now. So while that's running, we can do a bit of crafting over here, and let's see if we can do this. Do I have everything for this? No. The high density power capacitor, I should be able to do this, so let's get that done. Oh, what's that? Iron frame. So let's get that, and then this one. I love you. And then what else? Right, so can either use refined storage or mega cells. Oh, actually I need to do some more for this. Let's do a couple of these. Okay, so let's do those. And I believe these need to be fully charged as well. So let's grab. Let's get that going again. Oh, that should start charging up, but it's a ridiculous amount, so can I just stick it in here and get a load out of there? Yeah, you do that. I'll have another one, and then to do this mega cell I need to do all this stuff as well, which I don't think I've got. What's this? Right, ender pearls and scrap. I can definitely do that, and I need to do the mega storage components, which I haven't done. I can do these, that's alright. Then accumulation processor. What is all this? I haven't done any of this, have I? Universal press. I can do that, because that's just the normal presses. And then I just need to do sky steel, and this is throwing it into lava, isn't it? So charge status, iron, and skystone into lava, and I'll get 2 sky steel ingots. Should probably stop all this if I need to leave the area, but yeah. Let's turn the reactor off, and we'll go see if we can get this finished. Look at this, 2 at a time now. They're taking over. Anyway, down here I've been doing a little bit of work. So you'll see I have added another 3 of these inscribers, and if we just come around the back, I'll show you what I've done. I've had to do a little bit of rewiring because I needed some more channels, but that's boring, so we'll look at that. I've added some patterns in. One for the ender dust, and this is just with 1 ender pearl. I've also done one with the universal press that we've just crafted. I've added that into here for the sky steel ingot, which turns into the printed accumulation circuit, and then that would then go into here to craft the accumulation processor. So that should all be automated now, as long as we have all the stuff for it. So what I've also done as well, if we look at the one we need, this is the 16 million mega storage component. The recipe for this, we need 3 of the 4Ms, and each of those need 3 of the 1Ms, so that's 9 of these altogether, I believe. And then these need 3 of the 256k, so that's 27 of these. So I have just been through and done that because these take an absolute age to craft. So let's just have a look. Now I've got 22, right? So I need to do another 5 of those. I'll just show you how long this takes. Yeah, so we've got to go right down to the 1k. We need 405 of them just to do 5 of them, and I've already done 22. So it's a really, really long process. So that kicks in, does all that, but then because I'm using this, all my auto stocking kicks in, and I'm using all of my crafting CPUs here. So this will take a little bit, but if we have a look at the 16M now, we have got a little bit more work to do. So if we try and do this, it is saying it's going to try and craft everything, but I've got those going, so we can skip that step. But what we do need to do is get 13 sky steel ingots. Then once we've done that, and these are finished, we should have everything we need. So I do have everything on me for that, and I've got a stack of each. So I only need 13, but we'll just do this up here and get everything. So turn the magnet off, put that there, and if we just throw these 3 things into the lava, which is a scary thought. That didn't work, did it? Because I just picked it back up. Let's try that again. Give it a few seconds. And is that going to change? Yes. And there we go. We now have 2 stacks of sky steel ingots, so that is perfect. So if we put that back in the system, we should have everything once these are done. So another 3 to go. It's getting there. And with that, we should be able to do the probability device. Oh yeah, the other thing was as well, I found my focus of summoning. It was actually in this crafting terminal here, in the crafting grid. So if we have, what I did was, I did that, and I left that there. And I was looking all around for it, but they were just in here. So that's good, we don't have to do that again. Anyway, I'll wait for these to finish, and then we can get this crafted. And we'll be 1 step closer. Okay, so those are done now. So if we now try crafting this one, and I didn't mention as well, but I've obviously set up the pattern for this and all the ones below. So we just need 1 of these, and we have 27 of those. So this should be fairly quick. So let's get that doing its thing. So it's just crafting up all the smaller ones. That don't look like it's working, does it? It should go into there. Right, for some reason it's not doing these, and I don't know why. Let's cancel that and try the accumulation processor. Do 1 of those, and I have all that. So it's, oh right, I need to set this to auto export. So yeah, there we go. Right, so if we try that again, got some of the stuff already. So let's do that. Right, so those are coming in now, and then it's crafting all these up. So yeah, nearly there. And there we go. That is done. Brilliant. So just that one little setting threw the whole thing off. Anyway, improbable probability device is this. There it is. There we go. Look at that. Done. I thought it'd be more of a fanfare for that. I thought I might have a quest, but no. What? Why do you like it? I've done it. Are we not having that? Well, that's rather annoying, isn't it? Is it because I haven't done something else? Oh, is it because I didn't have that in my... Oh, I didn't have that in my hand. Everything else I have done, though. Oh, no, I didn't. Right, so yeah, because I haven't had all the previous quests and put them in my hand, then yeah, that doesn't work. So I'm going to need to craft another one of these just so I can complete the quest, and same for these as well. That one's not a problem, but this... Oh, that takes ages. Anyway, bit of an anticlimax there, but that is now done. So we now only have a couple more things to do to get the all mod start. So I'm very excited about that, but I will leave this one here, and we can get on with that next time. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.